All right, so I just wanted to jump on here for a minute and kind of give you an introduction about what you're about to see. It's Friday, it's the end of the day, we're about finished up, but I realized there's going to be people that want to know about kind of our new stuff with Strong Families Network. We're excited about the platform we're using. The content we've had for a while, it's been very useful in lots of places, but now it's almost like instant because we've been sharing it with people that have to go share it. Now we have a platform that will share it for you with our work for Zuni Tree, and I'm going to explain that in this little clip. So we did a webinar on Thursday, and this is just a clip. And any of you that know me, or those that don't, you just need to understand, I don't stop talking long enough to get a good edit. Like there's not a gap between me talking and going to the next subject. So it comes in a little abruptly, and it ends a little abruptly, but we just kind of wanted you to know what you're about to watch and kind of the explanation on this. And then at the end of the video, or actually, I think we may put it, actually, it'll be almost in the whole video. We'll fix that. But we'll have a link where you can fill out a form and let us know if you're interested in that. And then we can set up a time to talk to you about it because we want it to fit your needs. If you want several campuses, we can build you a deal. If you just have one campus, that's easy. And we've actually got some pricing that's coming out. If you are a small district, we don't expect you to get it for each campus because it may be the same amount of numbers that you would have on a campus. So watch the video. Let us know what you think. There'll be a place. It's just a form to fill out and let us know so we can get in contact with you and set up a deal to get you on this. This is going to be a great app. We're loading it as we speak. We just keep putting more content in, and it's going to give us a chance to share other free content with you and your families. And you don't have to do a thing. You just have to tell the families to sign up. We get them into our system, and then we start pumping out daily parent tips, monthly parenting videos, monthly activities for dads and kids, plus all the great things that are already on Zuni Learning Tree as a platform. So check out the video. It's just a few minutes long, but it'll explain everything we're trying to do, and we'll kind of show you some of the great stuff that's going to happen. And then, like I said, click on the form, fill it out. We'll get with you as soon as we can and kind of set things up, and then we'll get stuff rolling, and your parents will have content every day, every week, every month, and we'll do it for you, and it'll comply with ARP-ESSER, it'll comply with Title I, Title III, because it's all in English and Spanish, and it will also with Title V for the rural districts that we work with, and even after school programs that have that family engagement. So we're really looking forward to working with you. Check this out. Let us know what you think. Fill out the form. Let's get together and get you working, or actually get us working on the content for your families. All you got to do is put the link out that will be specific to them. And once they fill out the link, we'll handle all the tech. We'll handle the platform. We'll handle all the content. And it'll go to them on a daily, weekly basis as unobtrusive as possible. And then we'll be able to give you numbers on numbers of clicks, how many of your families signed up. And then, of course, you as a staff member can sign up and see what's going on every day. So check it out, and thanks for the time, and we can't wait to get you signed up. Now, we've got some other stuff that we're doing that I'm really excited about, and we've had this for a while. Let me get out of the way there a little bit. And some of you have gotten our calendars. Some of you have bought into this, and we were providing that at different times. But we have put together every year these calendars, what we call daily check-in calendars or early childhood calendars in English and Spanish. So there's an early childhood calendar that really works for 2 to 5-year-olds, pre-K, kindergarten, and those really, again, pre-K for sure, kindergarten, a lot of kindergartners use these. And the calendar is activities to do with your kids every day. And so for the early childhood calendar, there's a gross motor skill, fine motor skill, literacy, numeracy, art, nature, movement, kind of spread throughout that. On the daily check-ins, it's a question every day for elementary kids, and you can use it for middle school, to questions to ask your kid instead of, what'd you do at school today? Right? Because the question for, I'm not even going to ask you to put this. So the question for what'd you do at school today is nothing. I just stared at the wall, I guess. So these are actual questions that we'll show you here in a second that you can ask your kid about math, about science, about social studies, about reading, about, being a friend, being a leader. Every Saturday, there's a crazy question. Like, if you could make your own breakfast cereal, what flavor would it be? If you could have anything come out of the water fountain at school besides water, what would it be? Right? Hopefully, nothing illicit. So, but that's a good that's a good conversation to have with your fourth grader, right? So early childhood and elementary, monthly calendars that are both in print, monthly parenting videos that we're doing in English and Spanish. And so we have these resources, and then monthly activity videos, typically for 3-year-olds to 8-year-olds. These are hands-on activities. There we go. See, look at there. How beautiful is that? Okay. So there we go. So these are the calendars. They're now you can do them in color. You can do them in black and white. We also do 10 things strong families can do. That's that monthly parenting video. So I was doing these last year, and I would do the English version of all 10 things, just 10 things. Like the one that goes out this month is 10 ways to give your kid a great start to the school year. So do you know who the teachers are? Do you have their information? Make sure you meet the parents in the classroom. Make sure you do, how to set this stuff up, calm your kid down, blah, blah, blah. Next month, it will be how to help your kid with homework. And do you have a place for them to work? Do you have the supplies? Do you set a homework time? So it's real simple, quick stuff, because a lot of parents aren't going to read an 8-page newsletter. They can read one page with 10 things, and then we reflect that back in the video. So what I was doing, I did the English video with slides, right? Kind of with some of the bells and whistles you see here. And then I was doing the Spanish, having it translated and trying to read the Spanish. Well, I have a limited Spanish, and even if you put the vocabulary in front of me, I don't always say it right. Tal vez no sabía, yo soy un gringo, para siempre. And so, I finally got a voiceover guy. I had I had lots of guys to choose from, but out of the 2 guys that I chose, one guy sounded pretty close to my voice and, a little higher, a little lower. And then one guy I'm pretty sure has worked for Telemundo or Univision, este sábado, las aventuras de los escabares, sábado a 7 horas. I just knew the dads are going to go, it just sounds like a commercial. But we have a guy that does the voiceover. He actually dubbed me, and it's kind of a resume video. Here's what I can do. I'm like, nobody wants to see me speaking Spanish on a dub. It made it look like, a Godzilla movie or a Stallone movie on Univision. And so he does the voiceover with the slides in Spanish. And so we're going to be doing that every month. And then what happens on a daily basis is we have these things go out in English and Spanish, and we can provide these to you to put on your social media. You can send them out, on an email, which I don't think a parent wants a daily email. But the early childhood stuff and the check-ins, this is what they look like. They go out every day, and it just gives us a visual representation. So we have a package. If you want that, we'll send you all this stuff, and every month you send this stuff out, put it on your social media. But here's the really exciting part. Okay, I know that just made it sound like a stupid, late night infomercial, but we really are kind of excited about this. So we're working with Zuni Learning Tree, and Zuni Learning Tree is a fantastic platform with all this great free stuff that your kids can use to learn, to sing songs, to do all this great stuff. So what we're doing with Zuni is for each school that signs up with us, we'll actually have your own platform. So when they go to sign up, it'll be like strongfathers.net, probably. We've got several of those. strongfathers.net dash, Central ISD, whatever it may be, or, CCAP Head Start, whatever it is. They'll go directly to that link. They'll sign up there. They sign up with us. It's their own platform. Depending on, how we contract with you, we can put specific stuff on there, and it always goes to parents. And as soon as they open it, if they don't log out, every time they go to that website, this stuff is new and right there. Not just our stuff, which comes in daily, but all the other stuff that goes with Zuni. Now, with the one you do with us, they have access to all these great things, learning videos, learning songs, all kind of different web tools. I mean, it's just packed full of stuff. But if you go with us, it's just a platform with all the bells and whistles, all the fun stuff, and our parenting stuff that will go out to your parents every day. The cool part about that is they sign up with us. We handle that. We work with Zuni in case there's some kind of tech problem. But they sign up with us. You just promote the link. They sign up with us, and we send it out. If they say, hey, my thing didn't work, you're like, call them. And we'll have contact. We'll take care of it. But every day, these questions are going out. These videos are going out, that we're handling content. Now, if you want numbers, if you want the analytics, we'll get you hooked up with Zuni Learning Tree. They can give you the package for your kids and your families. The kids have a login too if you want them to have that's what it was built for, is the kids as a learning platform. we're using it for a parent platform. But if you need the analytics because of RPS or because of Title I, Title II, Title III, Title V, all those different things that you have to do, we can get you hooked up with them, and they can get you signed up at that level where you can get this stuff. What we'll be able to tell you is how many parents click the link, how many parents for your campus are signed up. So instead of just being a generic thing that goes out, you know that it's going to your families. We can do some more direct stuff. We don't want to do it daily. We're not going to put your logo on everything. Or we could, you just don't want to pay for it. But we manage the platform and registration. So it can be by the campus, it can be by the district. That pricing is different. If you'll get in touch with us, we'll talk about your size and we'll make it work for you and your budget, because some of you are going to have a ton of people on it and we'll have to manage that. Some of you won't have that many. If you don't have that many kids in your program, or you don't have that many kids in your school, So if you're a 750 kid elementary, you're going to have a different set of parents than somebody that has 150. So we want to make that, not only work within your funding, but also work within the size of school that you're dealing with. And so let me show you real quick what that looks like. Let me move this up. Oh, yep, no, that's it. Where do we go? Oh, there it is. Okay, so I'm not a very good weatherman. So yes, I can do it here. So this is the early childhood activities. And on the early childhood activities, whatever got published today is there, and it's in English and Spanish. Whatever got published yesterday is right behind it. So not only does, when they turn it on, whatever the days, and they'll learn real quick, there's an English and a Spanish, and we kind of switch them back and forth. And so read your child's favorite book to him or her. Go to the library. And here's the thing, these calendars are on, like the print calendars are on the refrigerator. We have a lot of kids that say, hey, what's next? So on our dad's questions, I'm getting cut off here. So dad, ask your kid, tell me about something you read today that was not in reading class. So the kid has to think about it instead of go, nothing. Right? We do that in English and Spanish. What is something you've learned about the world at school today? I learned the world is a cold, harsh place. Yeah, you must be in middle school. Dads, ask your kids what changes outside when it rains. The dads have to think about that as well. But the kid says, well, things get wet. Well, what else? Well, things blow over. Or what else? Well, things get soggy. Or, that could be that one question, one answer thing, or it could be a whole conversation. So, let me see if we, yeah. What act of kindness did you see at school today? Those of you that have daughters in school, the boys bring the drama too. But if you ask your daughter what happened at school today, it's all about what happened in the hall, what happened in the cafeteria, what happened at recess. The other thing we have is we have video resources, which will be by the month. And so Word Bag is an activity for 3 to 5-year-olds. I don't know if you can do that, or maybe a little bit. But we call this Strong Fathers TV, and people begin to know what it's about.
Hi, my name is Jay.
And so, again, you see the same backgrounds you've seen. So we give all the supplies. We also have a list that you can put out. And we show them how to make the word bags, and then how they can use them to make letters, to make words. So some of you have done this in early childhood, right? So you see that. And so you put a bunch of tempera paint or some colored water or, foam or whatever, put it in a Ziploc bag, and you can make letters with it. Well, I did it, and then I ended up putting one of the bags on the dinner table. Well, my wife kept drawing on it. And then she took it to her high school class and just put it on the table, and the kids couldn't get it, So it may be a high school activity as well. And of course, it may be when the high school kids are under a substance, I don't know, but they're using it. So on Zuni, let me show you. This is the stuff that comes on, to our parents. But let me show you real quick what that looks like. So there's calendars. If you want to see what you've clicked on, what you've looked at, or if the parents want to see, what are the kids using, if they're using it with their kids. And then they've got all these great widgets and all these great things. So do you have a science project? Now, okay. So as a parent, I want you to think about this. Right here and more to come, these are all science projects your kids can do. When you have to figure that out? 9 o'clock before the project is due the next day. Right? How many of you have had that happen to you? Where it's like, what do you mean you have a science project due tomorrow? So what we're going to do, on top of putting our content on there, as we dig through the Learning Tree system, we're going to find these and go, hey. And so we'll put out real short videos that just highlight what's active and available for your parents from the parent engagement side, right? And so we want you guys to kind of see that, measurement, sum and difference, time, all kind of stuff that parents can use as resources instead of just having to make stuff up. So if your school's using this, the kids will have it. But if your school already has a learning system and learning management system, this is a great resource for parents trying to help with homework, trying to do those things. And that's one of the things that we'll be bringing up to your parents over the course of the year. So if we did a special video, we would send an email out. What we're looking at doing is sending an email out, let's say every Friday, Saturday, somewhere in there that goes out that says, hey, here's the things we put on the week. Go back and check the questions if you didn't get a chance to ask your kids the questions. And here's a great app that we'd love for you to look at. Could be a lot of fun this weekend. So we're really excited about that.
See, I told you it was going to end abruptly, right? It's just because it's so hard to edit me. I need a lot of editing. But I talk so fast, it's hard to edit me. But here's the thing. If any of that, number one, congratulations on making it to this part of the video. Number two, if you're interested, go to strongfathers.live/webinar, and there's an interest form there. It's a Google form. It's quick, easy fill out. And you can even choose whether you want to get our information by email or if you want to set up a phone call or if you just need me to give you just basic information, or we can walk you through it. We can meet with your team and say, we can meet with all your principals and say, this is how this works. And then also if we know how many principals we're talking about that are interested, we can give you kind of some structured pricing. So hit us up at www.strongfathers.live/webinar. Fill that form out and we'll be in touch. And again, whether you want that by email, whether you want to set up a phone call, whether you want to set up a team meeting, which we can do in person in Dallas-Fort Worth, or we can do it on Zoom in a heartbeat. So thanks for watching the video. I'm really excited about this app. I think there's other things we're gonna do everything we promised, but I think there's a big opportunity to provide even more as the year goes, as we find new and more ways to use the platform of Zuni Learning Tree. Have Zoom on the brain. Did any of you have Zoom on the brain? But Zuni Learning Tree is a great, it's got a ton of free access for your kids and for your parents. This one with us would actually be a parent sign-in. And so that stuff would go directly to the parents. You can also, with your school, if you're interested in Zuni Learning Tree, it's a great platform if you don't have something that's sending out content to your kids all the time. And we'll be glad to connect you with them. And then we can talk. The thing is, when you sign up with Zuni Learning Tree at that level, kind of that enterprise level, you get all kind of data about what the kids are looking at, how many times they're doing that. We'll give you clicks on parents and kind of, how they're accessing that and get some feedback from them. But that's at that level. And then again, if you wanted it for your kids, that's different. But we'll connect you in a heartbeat. They're great people to work with. We're really excited about our partnership. And we're really excited about the fact that we now have a platform where we can send stuff directly to parents, where it doesn't have to get to you, and then you have to deal with your busy schedule trying to post it or put it out. You put out a link, and it might be, www.strongfathers.tv or .net. We're going to use both of those, and it's .tv/Central Elementary, or De Zavala Elementary, which we have a ton of in Texas. And so, but that would be theirs, maybe De Zavala 1, De Zavala 2, right? But you'll have your own campus. We'll have just your parents in on that platform. We can give you all kind of numbers about how that's working for you, which will be important when you have to talk about how you used your funding this year. So one more time, www.strongfathers.live/webinar. Check it out and we'll be in touch. Thanks.